Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Today we are looking at day 6 of our new Raid Shadow Legends account. Free to play, of course. We have had some really nice luck. We've pulled Lysandra from an Ancient Shard, which is just brilliant. She's a top tier champion. We will not use her in this video because you won't have her, because your chances of getting her are very, very slim. I've opened about 20 shards, I think in total, maybe 15, 20 shards. The rest of everything we got was complete garbage. But it is, I guess, what it is. If you're enjoying this early look at raids, do consider subscribing. We're going to go through all the dungeons. Ice Golem, stage 7. This is the first stage. You get 5-star gear. And of course, 4-star gear, 5-star gear. Really, you want everybody in 5 and 6-star gear as soon as possible. So this is your first stage that you unlock that. As you go down, this team, in theory, if you power it up, will work pretty well at stage 11. I suspect it probably works better on stage 8 because that's void and it's neutral, and therefore it doesn't matter what champs you bring. There's no like weak affinities. But that's kind of where we're aiming initially. You know, look, get to 7, get to 8, and then press on again for 11 or 12. 13, actually this exact team would be good for. You would obviously, as they need to power up the champions, you know, get them up to rank 50s and maybe some 60s, but that'll be your first stage for 6-star gear. So again, we'll come back and look at these maybe in future videos. In terms of the artifacts the Golem can drop, there's a few nice ones. Crit rate set early on, very handy. Some champs require 100% crit for their abilities. Crit rate just means you do more damage, so that is kind of cool. Reflex is very important. We can get random skill cooldown by 1 turn reduced. So for champs who've only got 1 ability on cooldown and on a 2-turn cooldown, it's very useful. One of those champs is of course Shield Guard, who we are using. And then actually Cursed is a bit of an underrated set very early on. The 50% heal reduction can be very useful if you're struggling with the Spirit Affinity dungeon boss, because she heals repeatedly, and Fire Knight also heals. So if it comes to it, you can equip Cursed on somebody. Other than that, you got some basic sets: life, offense, defense, resistance, retaliation, and Provoke is an okay crowd control set. The thing with Cursed and Provoke is you don't need any accuracy to land these debuffs, so if you've got an A1 AoE, Provoke can be nice because you can tie enemies up with it, but you're obviously going to be taking some incoming damage. Resistance, not too bad. You can use that. It's useful in dungeons for your champs not to get frozen, stunned, feared, or whatever, but it's not a set you probably concentrate on early enough. So let's jump in. We'll do the run, and then when we get back, we'll talk about the champs. We're using pretty much the same team as the Dragon, because obviously these are all the free-to-play champs that everybody is likely to have. If you don't have Kale, he is, again, I'd say best in slot for the openers, the starting champions for the Ice Golem, because he poisons, and poison won't activate the Frigid Vengeance passive, which is the Ice Golem's worst move. It's quite annoying. So what happens is, as his health gets chunked down to 80, 60, 45, 30, 15, he'll do an attack, which is an AoE, revives his minions. If he has minions when he does the attack, he has 1 minion, he'll ignore half of your defense. If he's got both up, he will ignore 100% of your defense. So it's a bit of a balance. You obviously want to do damage to take his health down. If you do too much damage all at once, he will repeat the move. So he'll slap, revive his minions, and then slap again, which it can cause problems because ignoring 100% of your defense is not particularly good. His minions can be blocked from reviving, and one of our champs, funnily enough, has that ability. So the team was Greybeard in the lead. It's worthwhile crafting some stuff out the forge because you can get really sick pieces out of there. But realistically, he's only here for his aura, which is 30% increase in dungeons. It'll just help you through the waves. It also helps shield guard and Armiger do more damage. If you are getting absolutely slammed by a double hit from the Ice Golem, then the extra defense on his aura means nothing. You might want to try Kale in the lead with 15% HP, but 30% defense in dungeons is a great aura. He also will do a freeze, so he has a slight chance to freeze the minions, which is nice because they will place heal reduction on you, which is annoying. I think they might also do decreased defense as well, which is also irritating. So he can lock them up with provoke if he hits them, and he's got his counter attack. So he's just a control champion with a nice aura. Next, Shield Guard. He's here mainly for the waves. We haven't quite fully booked him out yet, but again, as we said, crit rate set can be handy on him because when he crits, he'll fill his own turn meter, so that gives him extra turns. And his A1's got the small version of decreased speed on, which is nice. He will also shake off one debuff each turn, so if he gets frozen, he'll shake it off. If he gets decreased accuracy, decreased defense, one of them, he'll scrub off himself every turn. So that is pretty handy. War Maiden is there just for the healing, so she will heal somebody by 20%, then heal everybody else by 10. You do have to get it ascended to 3 stars to unlock that. Again, she's also got small chance of freeze on A1, so she might lock up a minion, and she does increased attack, which makes Kale do a bit more damage. Kale has got poisons. If the poison damage takes the Ice Golem through one of those thresholds, it won't activate Vengeance. You have to actually hit him to go through those, so poison is very useful for Ice Golem. So later on he's going to be absolutely clutch, but he is fully booked out. In terms of champs who are built, Kale is built in a 4-piece lifesteal, 2-piece speed. Ideally, you're going to swap that to 4-piece lifesteal, 2-piece perception once you've crafted pieces from the forge. Shield Guard, 4-piece lifesteal, so again he'll heal when he does damage, and we've got the crit rate set on him to get his crit rate currently up to 77, so he's critting 3 out of 4 hits basically at the moment. Again, we want that up to 100, but it's only day 6, so it is a little bit what it is. War Priest I haven't geared at all. She's just in a bunch of health sets to pump her HP up so that she doesn't get targeted. I might rebuild her, I might not, because I actually prefer this guy who we got out of a green shard. We obviously didn't use him in the run, but he does a single heal as well as revive on death, which is nice, and also continuous heal on everybody on a 4-turn cooldown, so I actually like him better as a healer. So War Priest may well get turned into a chicken. And then the last member of the squad is Armiger. He's only got 2 abilities. Decreased turn meter, which is handy because it stops the Ice Golem hitting you with the decreased accuracy. He's taking less turns. And then this is a nice one because not only does it do big damage on the Golem, because it's based on the enemy max HP, but enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. If we can get this down to a 2-turn cooldown soon by getting extra copies of him and feeding him, then that will make your runs better because you're taking away a lot of risk. If you can block revive on one of the minions, it's pretty handy. Again, artifact was you're looking to build up some crit rates. I don't want to roll these gloves up because they're crap. So again, he's like in the to-do list, but if you can get his crit closer up to 100%, that's going to be handy. Now, obviously, Shield Guard and also Armiger are a little bit squishy because they're uncommon enemies, but they are free, and that's just how it is at the end of the day. The team will work pretty effectively as you go up, but obviously, each time you go up in the Ice Golem, you're going to need more and more accuracy to land debuffs. You need more and more stats, but I think I'm fairly close to getting onto 4-star only gear. And that would be quite handy. So just build the team up and it will be able to progress. So up next we might do Fire Knight. We don't really have a spider team at the moment. Minotaur we might cover, and then some of these dungeons which can be a little bit annoying to deal with. But yeah, that's it. That's how you deal with the Ice Golem, and that is kind of why I say I'm going to progress on with it, but at the moment I'm just trying to focus on leveling champions because we want to get our first 60 ASAP, and we're also wanting to progress with these missions down at the bottom. Hope you enjoyed the video. I've been the Filthy Casual. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy, guys. Peace.